Hey YouTube, it's my absolute favorite time of the year, baby boa time. And you know what? We have a brand new litter on the ground right now. My boa constrictor is having babies right now. She's a day late. Looks like a good big litter too. Hey YouTube, Kevin here. Welcome back to KG Constrictors. This is my favorite time of the year. It's baby boa time, and we got some this year. Now this guy right here, he's a holdback from last year's litter. Same parents as the babies that were just produced a few days ago. This guy's available. You can find him on my Morph Market page. He's absolutely beautiful. He is a hypo jungle het blood and absolutely friendly, used to being handled and coddled, and has never even struck or even thought about biting me. This first litter was absolutely amazing. Just very, very friendly, very inquisitive. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the babies that were born on the 19th. It was about 8 in the morning. And the rain had just started, and usually when rain comes, that's a good time where the barometric pressure changes, and the boas instinctively know that rain in the wild washes away, all of that baby gook. So it washes away the scent, so predators are less likely to find her and her babies. So as soon as it started to rain, I thought, okay, today's going to be the day, and sure enough, it was. So let's go check it out. Alright, so these are the new babies. They were born just about a week ago. They were born on the 19th of April. I actually have to count them. I think there's about 17. I just didn't really want to disturb them too much during the first week. Put them in here on moist paper towels that I would, mist down every day and change them out as they got a little gross. We actually have 2 sheds. This one's fairly recent because it's still pretty wet. But this is them. Look at how amazing they are. Yeah, all sorts of cool combos. Of course, Mom was a Super Salmon blood, and Dad was a Motley jungle het blood. So we've got some hypo jungle bloods in here. You can clearly see one right here. This guy's a screamer, or gal. But they're all doing really good. It's about the same as what happened last year. Last year, Roxanne she had 2 slugs, and then she pretty much had 1 stillborn and then 1 that didn't make it for very long. But I think this might have been one of the ones that shed. Did you shed, buddy? Did you? I think so. That's a hypo jungle blood right there. And I have a male and a female for sure, because I sexed a couple of them out. I think this is the other one. That one hasn't shed yet, but yeah, that one I'm pretty sure was one of the ones that shed. But these guys and gals are looking awesome. I will get a count soon, and I will sex them all, and we'll see what we got. Last year, I got predominantly males, and I didn't get any blood females this year. At least I know I at least have 1 blood female, so that's good. And very, very excited. day, as I mentioned, I come in here and I change out the paper towels. I pull the old ones, I put new fresh ones down and then mist them down. And what I'm looking for is we have a little bit of urate, so they've already kind of started to defecate, which is a good sign. Everything's working properly. And I look for dried up umbilical cords. You know, when they're born, you leave part of the umbilical cord, but you don't want too much of it because you don't want them to end up catching it on something. So I usually just will kind of clamp it off and snip it and leave maybe like, I don't know, like yay much. And then it dries up and just pretty much falls off. So now they are just over a week old. Their umbilical cords, are dropped off. And they're going to start going into a shed. When they're born, they have a lot of egg mass in their belly, so they look kind of a little pudgy. And then over the next week or so, that's what kind of sustains them when they're first born. They don't have to go out and try to catch a meal or eat like a pinky mouse or something in the wild. They've got food to sustain them, if I can say that word. And then as time goes on, you'll notice that they after they've digested all the egg mass, they kind of start to look thin again, and that causes the need for a shed, because much like the mom, when the mom ovulates, her skin stretches out, and then once the ovulation ends and then things go back to normal, she's got loose skin, so nature takes its course and she sheds the skin off. So that's what happens to the babies. So we've had 2 of them have already shed. You can kind of tell which ones they are because they will look more vibrant than the others. They tend to just kind of group themselves in one big mass here. Strength in numbers. There's a hypojungle blood that shed, and I'd have to look to see what the other one was. But what I'm going to do is just basically wait till they all shed, and then I will get them individually ID'd. I'll find the males from the females, put them in their own little tubs with a little water bowl and paper towels, and start getting them on food. But they are progressing nicely, so I'm very excited. So anyway, I want to thank you for checking in, watching my video. If you are a subscriber, thank you very much. I've had this channel since 2007, and I'm kind of old school, so I'm trying my best to make some nicely edited and kind of fun to watch, highly produced type videos. Some days I have a little bit more energy than others to do it. I work in IT, right? You think I'd be really good at it, but a lot of times I get lazy and I don't feel like working on the computer much longer. But anyway, put up with me. I appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed and you're new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I'd really like that. And go ahead and hit the bell for future video notifications. Now that I've got a nice new litter to play around with, I'll be doing my best to do some consistent videos so you can kind of see how they're progressing. And once again, if you're interested in any of the babies that I have for sale, there's a link to my morph market below, so you can go ahead and check that out. I do have some babies from last year's litter that I am still trying to find homes for. I got a few holdbacks, and then some of the other ones I decided to go ahead and find new homes for. So you'll see those in the morph market page. And these guys, it's too soon, first of all, to know which ones I'm keeping and which ones I'm not. Got to let them shed, got to let them have a few meals, make sure everything's working and that they're healthy and everything's functioning. They're defecating and shedding and doing all the normal things that snakes do before I obviously will sell those to anybody. So it's probably going to be another month, but it'll be fun. We'll try to do maybe a weekly video or a bi-weekly video on these guys, so you can kind of just see how they change, because they do change quite a bit. So, all right. Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope everybody has a relaxing day, and we will see you on the next one.